Old hairspray, not far away. Mr. Mel Kiper. All right, welcome in on a Thursday. We've got a jam-packed show. We do not have any time for low-energy radio. We've got some Lions issues to handle. We have a special at 4 o'clock. It is the antithesis of big black rumors. It's going to be limp white rumors. An NHL deadline special. We think we've uncovered the Wings' number one target. Kenny is going to give us a full rundown of getting to know this man. That's at 4. How are you? You good?
I'm looking forward to the 4 o'clock hour.
There you go. Nice and white for Kenny. Just the way he likes it. All right. Why don't we start with this? I thought we did a very timely topic yesterday, Ricardo. And it was all about Joey Bosa versus Myles Garrett. And this player A, player B. I view Joey Bosa as a fake Rolex. I view Myles Garrett as the real McCoy. Oreo Hydrox. Fruity-O's Fruit Loops. Mm-hmm. Well, as it would happen, by the time we had gotten home, Joey Bosa got released.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask a question of everybody. And I do think it is fun to have a little bit of a debate. One is, look, you can have Joey Bosa. Candidly, he's on the open market, and he's a businessman. He is in the business. Now, I understand a lot of people are going, all right, San Francisco downloading to play with his brother. It's very plausible.
Right.
I do understand that. But money matters. The best offer matters. So you can have Joey Bosa, and you get to keep pick 28. So I was joking around with Rico. I said, okay, let's say you want to let Brad cook and you want to shop at the oft-injured aisle again. What if it was Bosa and Kenneth Grant at 28? Bosa and Derek Harmon at 28? Bosa and a corner? Whatever you choose. That's one. You don't give up any capital. You simply spend money. And the Lions are in the very healthy cap position of between 40 and 60 million. Okay. The other side of it is what we talked about. Do you really want to go down the road of Davenport Avenue? Do you really want to go down the road of Carlton Davis Drive again? The oft-injured cul-de-sac. Joey Bosa the last 4 years has started 9 games, 5 games, 4 games. Going 4 years ago, you got to find a 14-start season. Guy cannot stay healthy. And remember, Rico, what do you think a number is for a Bosa? 23? 24?
See, it's funny because he's going to ask for the world, but realistically speaking, Joey, you haven't played a lot.
Right.
So if you're going to come in here asking for a ridiculous amount of money, you can go play with your brother. You can go somewhere else for some sucker who will sign. You'll go to the Saints because they just print money down in New Orleans. But other than that, yeah,
So you're kind of out before I present the other side.
No, I'm actually not. I'm actually for this argument. But go ahead and present the other side.
No, the other side is simple. You pay the freight. You don't need to go to Canal Street and buy a fake watch. Go buy the real thing. Yeah, you're going to give up some picks. You're not going to be picking at 28. But you're going to get Myles Garrett. Starts 16 games a year, 17 games a year. On average, last 4 years, 16, 16, 14, 14 sacks. That's 15 per. He's going to give you 18 to 22 tackles for loss. He's going to hit the quarterback 30 times. It's the real McCoy. There's death, taxes, and Myles Garrett. So I want to know which of these is more appealing to you. Because candidly, look, Rico, we talked about it yesterday. Max Crosby signed. He's done.
Right.
There is not nary a rumor of Trey Hendrickson or Micah Parsons. The only rumor you had is the Lions had reached out on Garrett. If you don't get one of those 4, you're in the Hydrox aisle. Right. And make no mistake, Joey Bosa's Hydrox. He is not Oreos.
See,
he doesn't play.
I'm looking at it like this, and only because Brad has – this is going to be a draft, Mike, we've said it. This is a big people draft. So because you need defensive linemen, you can go in there and get in your first and second round pick 2 legitimate starters in the NFL. But let's just say you take pick 28 and you pair that with Bosa. I can live with that because you're not banking the house on one person. If he gives it's like when you buy the fake watch, you know what? It's going to look good at the Christmas party, okay? I don't expect it to still be around for Valentine's Day, but At least for New Year's Eve, maybe. Christmas, yeah. After that, it's a crapshoot. We'll see what happens. But at least you have the pick 28, where if you do this right, man, you're looking from Grant to Harmon to a ton of people who could be available for you that'll be young. You can have them under contract for the next 5 years and really help this team out. And maybe I've just hit the acceptance phase of this. I don't see Brad making this type of move when he comes out and says, yeah, we really can't afford it, and we just got to worry about Hutch. And so it's kind of like Javi on the Tigers. All right, I can want a lot of things. It's just not going to happen. So I like if you bring him in and you can get him at a good price and not overpay. And you got to know, every Lions fan has to know, when this happens, if you can get him for more than 9 games, you've won, because he's probably not going to see game number 10.
See, that's the problem. And again, I picked the number out, $25 million. That's what the Chargers are saving. 25.4 was their line in the sand for a guy that he's not been healthy in 3 years. 25 is probably what the ask is. He's not going to get 35 or 30. I think 25. So the question is, do you want to make a $100 million commitment to a guy who hasn't played a remotely clean season in 4 years? See, I don't. Now, I don't think you're wrong in doing what you're doing. Now, you're right, Rico. If all of a sudden I can get Joey Bosa at 15, 17.
Supposed to, yeah, I mean, heaven forbid. Look, let's just play fantasy world and you get him for, a 3-year, $40 million contract.
I mean, that's a different conversation. I'm not mad about it. I would be surprised.
But at 25, just know, walking in, he's Davenport, he's Davis. He's probably not going to see the. So if you go out there and you draft correctly,
yeah.
I know it's going to sound weird, but maybe you put him on a pitch count just to try to keep him for the entire season.
I'm just on the other side of the equation. I want the real McCoy. I'm done.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm done shopping at that Lethal Weapon 3 DVD bin. Go get me the real McCoy, because here's the other thing. Lee McNeil's coming off a catastrophic injury. Aiden Hutchinson's coming off a catastrophic injury. I just want to lay my head on my pillow at night and know I've got a Gold Jacket Hall of Famer. Joey Bosa, I think you'd be going down the same road again. But it's fascinating because you're right. It is a 2-for-1. You aren't losing equity. Draft capital, rather. Excuse me. David, Kenny, feel free. 248-539-9797. Let's get this party started today.
Would love to have Myles Garrett here.
First of all, if I didn't take a double take, I'd swear that Idris Elba was producing the show. David was the DJ at a funeral this morning, and he is in a...
The DJ?
Well, what does running audio mean? You DJ at a funeral.
Idris is actually a DJ too, so David, it fits.
The point I'm making is David is in a fashion all-black sweater, slacks. He had on a fancy hat.
It's not my best, but
it was fantastic.
It was a James Bond audition, wasn't it?
It was tremendous. Sure. Go ahead.
So I would love to have Myles Garrett here. Myles Garrett would be Myles Garrett would be the it player to get and to pair with Aiden Hutchinson. But I lean more in the direction of the senator from Wyoming, and that is Rico.
Oh, my.
And the reason why is because of exactly what you said. I don't believe Brad Holmes is going to make the move. So if that's the foundation.
Yeah, see, it's what you want versus what you think Brad's going to do.
So but hold on. I know. I want everybody in this room, listen, dare to dream, okay? I want you to dream.
Okay, because here's the thing. Not to cut you
dreaming. Wow. Okay.
If you went and got Myles Garrett, when you put your head on the pillow, I just got the best player on my defense.
Yes.
If you brought in Joey Bosa and a draft pick, let's say it's Grant or Harmon, you don't know who the best player in your defense. The best player in your defense is coming off of a broken leg. So when you get Myles Garrett, and I don't care about any of these other people, I have something to start game one, because you don't know where game one could be on the road at Kansas City. Game road could be you're playing Philadelphia. You're playing the cupcake schedule is gone. So you may hit the ground running, and if your guys aren't completely healthy and ready for the season, it's like baseball. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but you sure as hell can lose it in September.
And that's the thing. We are discussing Super Bowl here with this team. I was on the phone with a friend last night. You get Myles Garrett, and I think you can almost pencil them in. They would have the two most dominant defensive ends together, paired together. There's other dominant guys in the league, but you're pairing two dominant guys together. You could pencil them in and have an argument and say, you know what? Yes.
You know what, David? Here's the thing. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. Let's just say you brought Myles Garrett in. You could bring Hutch back in slowly. He doesn't have to be the guy. He is the Robin. He is the second guy.
He was ready for the Super Bowl, bro.
Okay, I know.
So, I'm sorry. Sorry, Lions fan made an appearance again.
But you don't have to rush him back. You could take your time. He doesn't have to feel the pressure of being that guy. He doesn't have to be the savior of the defense because Myles Garrett is. It's not him. So just saying, because I saw that running, and a Lions guy, he wasn't going to be ready for the Super Bowl.
See, but then there's the other side of it. And while they play differently, Kenneth Grant and Aleem McNeil, if you drafted him and took Joey Bosa, then you can say with Aleem, you can ease him in. So it's, similar on either side.
And you would hope that you would have Bosa for at least the first 3-4 games?
248 539.
Is that asking too much?
97-97.